You are elevating and your circle will get smaller. All those dreams that you had since you were younger, they are going to become a reality. You're going to start outgrowing people, places and things, not because you think you're better than people, though you may hear that through word or by the way people act towards you. Your energy will shift to new heights. Your energy will vibrate with other people who are a vibrational match. You will start aligning with like-minded souls who are equally as ambitious, who are equally as powerful as you are. Those other beings that you would have outgrown will be still stuck in stagnancy of shoulda, woulda and couldas. Maybe at a time you were in that same vibration with these individuals, but you may have come to a reality of, if I continue to just complain and moan, I'm not going anywhere. I got to take action. You stopped sleeping on yourself. You stopped betraying yourself, or you will start to. And you are going to leave a few people upset. These individuals have a crab in a bucket mentality. So the more you elevate, they will try and drag you back down to their vibration to keep you small, because your growth is a realization to them about what they need to do. So if you stay stuck with them, it's satisfying. And some of these individuals could be family members, unfortunately, or people that you considered like family. And it's unfortunate because you may want them to come with you, but unfortunately some people can't come. Where you're going, they cannot come. Because you are aligning more to spirit. You are trusting spirit. You have a lot of spiritual weight. You are extremely powerful. You are a leader. Maybe in the past you did not realize this, but you're coming into a realization right now. And you have a lot of things to do on a grand scale. So it will require you to outgrow certain groups, certain friends, and certain family members. Because consciously or unconsciously, these individuals kept you stuck, man. And you've worked too hard to fall back. This card says your hard work is paying off. So all the hard work, investments, long hours that you put into your craft, that you put into yourself, it's not going to be taken down by individuals who are afraid of you flourishing and growing. And you are being bold, and you are taking that first step, and it's coming as a huge shock to a lot of different people. We are in the number 1 year. I keep saying it, butterflies. This is an Aries year. You know, Saturn is in Aries, Neptune is in Aries. This is a fire horse year, which is Aries energy again. This is a number 1 year, a reset year. You felt blocked in the past, and now it's all systems go. You are taking full leadership in your life. You are realizing that you are a leader. You're outgrowing certain people who you thought could bring you the luck that you can bring yourself. With these individuals, for some of them, luck was not on your side, like this card suggests. Disappointment and unhappiness was on your side when you were around these individuals. And the thing is, like I said, it's not about you thinking that you're better than people, but you're moving in different circles. You will be moving in different circles. You started to move in different circles. You know, and you're realizing that you're more at peace. Because when you're around these other energies, your emotions were running high. They were triggering your anxiety. And you were further and further away from what you wanted to attain. You weren't connecting with the same people that thought like you in regards to becoming successful, you know, mastering self, mastering a goal, that winner's mindset was missing from your circle, and it was dragging you down. So when you unlock the door of true wealth and potential and success, you're going to meet other people like you. It's natural. You're going to be going into certain circles where there's other big dogs like yourself. That's going to help you elevate some more. That's going to open your mind some more. That's going to teach you some more. You wouldn't have found that with the people that you were around. And you're going to see that your circle starts getting smaller. And it's okay, because just because you are around a lot of people don't mean that everyone's your friend. Maybe some of these individuals were just around just so, just because they're not alone. But they weren't adding value into your life for some of you. And it's not about hanging around people that only add value, right? But if anything, for some of you, you are bringing more benefits into their life with your wise counsel, your wisdom. These individuals relied on you. And there's nothing wrong with helping others. But what you may have found is that you weren't helping yourself. You were putting their needs before your own. You were sleeping on yourself. You were sleeping on your goals. And now you're very close to achieving your goals. And it could be quite lonely at the top. And some people are going to feel as though they're not good enough. Oh, look, they think they're better than us now because they're winning. And you're going to hear that, or you're going to see that in people's actions. And it may trigger some people. They may try and guilt trip you. They may try and, oh, you don't hang out as much. Or, because you moving ahead, instead of inspiring them, it will make them feel some type of way. But if they were really for you, they would be happy to see you thrive. Because as Maya Angelou says, and as Jess Puckett, one of my favorite readers on YouTube, says, because she always references Maya Angelou's quote, which I'm going to say right now: love liberates. It doesn't restrict. Meaning, if you truly love someone, you want to see them thrive, right? You set them free. You don't try and restrict and trap. You set them free. You allow people to go in their own path if it's not hurting them or anyone else. You allow them to go towards what makes them happy. You don't stand in their way. You don't try and block them or guilt trip them, emotionally manipulate them. That's control. Control ain't love. So you may find that people may feel like you are acting brand new. And they may want to be a part of your new circle. But unfortunately, they may not be able to come. Because you're now going to show the world the real you. Your true, authentic, eccentric, high vibrational self. You are about aligning people together. You're not about segregation. You're about restoration, inclusiveness. You are a leader, a natural born leader. And your role for some of you is not here just to stay in one space. You're here to shine your light in different environments, in different friendship groups, clubs, organizations. You're not here to stay stagnant. You're not here to be owned. You're here to evolve. Because a lot of people do get obsessed with your energy and it can drain you out. A lot of people at work, they want to own you. They start blurring the lines. And because you're such a high vibrational soul, some people can start developing romantic feelings for you, thinking that you being nice is an indication for something else. And you have to unfortunately break it to them, like, I'm this way with everyone else. Obviously, when you are in a romantic relationship, you could be different, right? But you're generally just a nice soul. Like, you treat everybody with fairness and kindness. That's part of your magic. That's part of your power. Because you believe in fairness. You believe in equality, you know, and that's one of the reasons why some of these people can't let you go, you know, because they want this exclusivity energy for themselves. But because you have that power to make people feel like it's just them and you in a world that you could create when you're with that person, or they project an image onto you like, you know, we're in our own world. It's just me and you. Everyone else is outsiders to our world that we created. You know, that's just sometimes their own projections, or you do generally have that ability, you know, whether knowingly or unknowingly. I don't feel like you're using it, you know, negatively, but you have that ability to make someone feel like they are the only person in the world. Like, you give people your undivided attention, and depending on a person's state, they can take that in the wrong way, you know. I'm hearing for some of you, you have that ability to make people in long-term relationships start thinking outside of the box, like, I wouldn't mind to experience my butterflies. That's for a small few of you, but that's just a heads up. Nothing to really worry about. But in these cases, you've noticed that when these situations start to evaporate in those scenarios, you start having boundaries, or you've had boundaries, you know. And some people may try and align with you because they feel your regal and expensive energy, and they want to connect with you because they want some of that luck, you know. And you have that ability whereby you connect to different people from different parts of the world. You have that universal appeal, I should say. And that's the thing. That's why I'm saying that you're not supposed to just stay restricted and bounded to one group, or, you know, one group in the family. You know, you are supposed to blend with different people. There's many layers to you. And you will be leaving people behind. And these people are going to be so upset. Some of these people may even accuse you of leading them on just because you were being nice, just because you were living out your godly duties, or whoever you believe in, because you are given a role by spirit, universe, or whoever you believe in. And by you showing up every day, you're living in your purpose. And your purpose, part of your purpose, is to actually spread your love, spread your wisdom, spread your light and empowerment. Whether that's by leading by example, by staying in your true authentic state to help others feel like, oh, I can do it too. Or you are like a speaker, a counselor. You know, your words, it's almost like they're being channeled by spirit. Whenever people just come up to you, like workplaces, family members, people just assume you have all the answers, because you do have a presence that radiates authority. It's a spiritual authority you possess. Whether or not people will say in those words, that's the energy that you radiate. You walk with purpose, you walk with power. People know that they're in the presence of greatness when you are around. And some of you are thinking, I haven't even got it all figured out. That's normal, that's fine. That's your human self, you know. But when you're living out your purpose, you are definitely channeling spirit, or a deceased loved one that didn't gain the opportunity to fulfill their goals when they were here. You are continuing that legacy for your ancestors, because you come from a rich bloodline, and I'm talking about rich in spirit, and your bloodline did actually help empower and heal others. You come from a bloodline that were very spiritual, I'll say. They were looked up to for their knowledge and guidance, and you have inherited these traits. And you will connect with people like yourself, other light workers, as they say. These individuals who you have outgrown, or that you are outgrowing, you were there to help heal and then move on. But again, some of these people can become very attached and obsessed with your energy, you know. And obviously they helped you as well. We are all students and teachers in any of our interactions, but I believe you were here to basically pass through. Not in that way, guys, but I mean like pass through in to stop and heal them in whatever way, to help them tap into their power and then move on. And then they were supposed to then utilize that teaching that you gave to them and help heal others. But some of them just didn't understand the assignment and became obsessed, or whatever the case is, or fixated, and they felt scorned. So you may have to take action in some cases and hold up boundaries. You will be leaving a lot of people heartbroken. But again, like I said, you are walking towards your purpose. And for some of you, your purpose is to connect with a romantic partner who is a romantic match. Because maybe you found that in the past you were connected with people who weren't a vibrational match. And through your energy clearing work, self-love, you decided to rewire your way of thinking, and you decided to be very intentional, or you are deciding to be very intentional, and that's why you're going to attract high caliber partners like yourself. Yeah, we got the Queen of Cups at this clock and the King of Cups. Yeah, so if you are a masculine listening to this, you are going to attract, if you're single, a Queen of Cups type who is very compassionate, who is just not a pretty face, who has a lot of inner love to give. She gives to herself and she will pour into you. And this is a person that knows how to do relationships. You know, some people, when you think about it, they don't know how to do relationships, right? But this person, they're very skilled in relationships. They're very emotionally balanced, very caring, but not in a smothering way. They love with a distance sometimes. They allow for space because they're pouring into themselves too. And they expect the same from you. The love that you think does not exist, this person has it all within them. They're very creative, very empathetic, and they will see and connect to the heart of you. If you are female listening to this, you will meet a masculine that is in the same type of energy. This person could be quite emotionally repressed, but this individual loves extremely deeply. And one of the reasons why they hide their emotions sometimes is because they hurt extremely deeply too. But they are very loyal. They are very kind. They are very romantic and extremely sensitive. And you will meet your match. You are outgrowing the old and becoming more private. Your circle's going to start getting small. And even if you feel bad, not anyone can come. Not anyone. People are going to be blocked by spirit.